Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 23 of our slow and immersive playthrough of Crusader Kings as House Spartenos of southern Italy. We are currently at the helm of the Kingdom of Magna Graecia, but let's take a look at the world as we have just turned the millennium in the previous episode, in 1001 AD. And the state of the world is such: in the east we have the Mongolian Empire rising and slowly making its way through Central Asia. We have Volga, Bulgaria, and kingdoms of Novgorod rising far in the Eastern Europe, eastern steppes as well. No doubt soon to be consumed by the Mongolian Empire. In the north, we've had kingdoms of Sapmi, Norway, and Sweden rise and fall over the last sort of 100 years or so. In Britannia, we've had the Kingdom of Ireland at some point conquering Kingdom of Alba, which then seemed to have split, probably on death of a ruler. And there's now two kingdoms, with Kingdom of Alba seemingly dominating Britannia and making its way south down through England. In Western Europe, we've had the Kingdom of France form not so long ago, maybe 50-60 years ago, which has battled with some internal strife, struggled with some civil wars, and has battled with the Kingdom of Aquitaine, mostly winning. Currently embroiled in yet another, I think, civil war against the tyranny of King Valerian, the city builder of France. Yes, indeed. Yeah, war against tyranny of King Valerian. The Holy Empire has been formed, has stood strong under several kings, currently under Kaiser Elenhard, and has continued to expand into the Balkans. Really kind of area that we consider to be, part of Kingdom of Magna Graecia and the ancient Greek settlements. But we've had friendly relations so far, never been in a war with them. In Iberia, we've had the Kingdom of Leon standing strong on the Kingdom Bermudo III, the Stammerer, as a Catholic faith, although we have had the Andalusian culture emerge as well, also Catholics. So Iberia has remained in Christian hands. It seems we have the Kingdom of Maghreb on the tip of northwest Africa. Kingdom of Italy has stood strong as well, occupying half of the Italy. These are Italo-French Catholics right on our border, and we fought them once before, but otherwise we have maintained friendly relations. Now, let's go closer to the Mediterranean. The Byzantine Empire, of course, has crumbled. It's crumbled from internal discord, from Bulgaria invading down from the north, and the Arabian Empire, and under previous guise of, I don't remember what it's called, Q something Empire, slowly made inroads into the Byzantine Empire. They seem to have been able to actually fight them off, or they have just crumbled into separate counties and duchies here. But the Byzantine Empire, we feel, is no longer. In fact, I think its time. Its time is due. I think it's we don't anticipate it to withstand the onslaught of the Muslims for long, and to that end, we ourselves formed a kingdom and have made a bid for the protection and leadership of the Orthodox Greek world in the Kingdom of Magna Graecia, previously Kingdom of Two Sicilies, that our despot Porphyrius, our father of current despot Demetrius, has renamed it. He was the master philosopher, and he has led a long and fruitful life and reigned for 24 years, making many reforms, wresting Sicily from the Byzantine Empire in our first step in our bid for the leadership of the Orthodox Greek world. We have also wrestled Duchy of Sardinia, that was just standing there under some sort of duchess, whoever, we don't even remember. They've been erased from the notes of history. And there we are. That's where we stand in 1001 AD internationally. Now, within our own kingdom, we're playing as House Spartenos. If we look out the dynastic tree, we started off as Count Gregorius III of Napoli, who was known as an architect, and he's built up the county of Napoli and waged a few wars and won a few provinces or counties for us and developed them as well. He was a great steward and architect. He's then passed on the reign to Duke Sergius, who was an intricate web weaver. And as zealot, he has further extended our borders to, I think, a few other counties and rose our house to the rank of dukes. I think Dukes of Salerno was the first duchy we formed. We drove off some infidels from the boot tip of southern Italy. Yep, and he was an intriguer. There's a few schemes he ran that unfortunately didn't bear any fruit. They were kind of long shots. But there we are. He then passed on the reign to our great-grandfather, Despot Gregorius of Magna... Wait, hang on. Okay, so the title has actually changed. This used to be Kingdom of Two Sicilies, actually. But since we changed the name, it actually changed it back all the way to our great-grandfather. But Despot Gregorius was another fortune builder and administrator. Skillful, he's again expanded some of the borders and managed our realm and increased development and so on, and pushed our realm further. He was he? No, he's had plenty of children. Couple of, okay, maybe even 3 wives, with whom he sired 5 children. But ultimately, he passed the reign down to Despot Sergius, who was content and humble, and therefore didn't really do much for our kingdom other than just manage it. The kingdom was in a good place, and he did build quite a few buildings and develop some of the infrastructure, but otherwise he was more interested in being, he was lustful, seducer and schemer, and he was a deviant. But he did find a flagellant, comely wife who gave him, hang on, how many children did she have? Family, wait, hang on. Well, ultimately, Despot Sergius, and they were soulmates actually with his first wife, with his second wife, Gislava. The Gislava, and that's it. There was 2 wives, Despotissa Agnes and Gislava, and with them both they sired 9 children. I believe 6 with the first wife, and maybe 5 with Gislava, most of whom have now passed away, fortunately. But we do have Prince Alexius the Weak. Still, he's our rival actually, as he's still a bit bitter over being shafted in their inheritance, as he's currently a lowly count. And Princess Georgia of Magna Graecia has survived our aunt. But otherwise, he was humble and content, as I mentioned, and he didn't do much expansion. But upon his death, he did pass. He did raise 9 actually pretty amazing children, as our Despot Porphyrius was a mastermind philosopher and achieved theologian. He was a hunter, he was a scholar, he was a gardener. He was rakish, so he did visit the brothel a couple of times. He did, however, have incredible wives as well. Our Queen Melissa, actually just 1 wife they were married to, yeah. But they've had 5 children together who were all, well, in fact, all the women turned out to be fornicators, even after we made them a nun, for example, our Princess CK3. So I don't know what's running in our family. I think we'll discuss that, but he was a journaler, he was a pilgrim. I mean, his other son, so this is still Despot Sergius, was another mastermind philosopher. Prince Manuel was actually, flamboyant trickster, but he did turn out to be he was a leper, but he did live to age of 59. He was largely loyal. He was a great spy master, actually. He did ultimately achieve excellence in his craft. And there were, Prince Dionysius was a fortune builder. So thanks to our wives and court tutors at the time, I guess another mastermind philosopher and lustful, and our uncle was probably Midas touched. So King Sergius was content and humble, didn't expand the borders, but he did focus on making children and actually raising them to be proud and productive members, for the most part, of House Spartenos. He then died. He reigned for quite a while, although I won't go back and actually calculate for how long, but we've had fairly long rules overall. But he passed the throne to Despot Porphyrius, who ruled for 24 years. This is our current father of Despot Demetrius. Excuse me. And he was as I mentioned, the mastermind philosopher. He was zealous, he was brave, he was a little bit arrogant, but otherwise he went on hunts, he made a pilgrimage to Alexandria, he has built temples, he has built castles, he achieved great prestige and great piety. He was almost widely known through the Greek world, and he remade our kingdom of Two Sicilies into the Despotate of Magna Graecia, and as I mentioned, made the bid for the leadership of the Orthodox world, as we've seen the Byzantine Empire continuously crumble under internal strife, external Muslim invasions, and Bulgarian invasions. So that was our father, who's unfortunately died prematurely. He was about to found a holy order. He was about to go. He wrestled Sardinia and Sicily, the duchesses, and he united. Yeah, so under him, we got the Duchy of Sicily under our control, the Duchy of Sardinia. We also got the Duchy of Apulia fully under our control, so driving out the Byzantine Empire from southern Italy. Yeah, significantly strengthening our realm. And then he passed quite a few years ago now. Don't recall when. We'll see when Despot Demetrius goes. But Despot Demetrius has been at the helm for a while. He is gluttonous, and so we've held quite a few feasts already. So he is well liked, I think, by all of his children and courtiers and vassals. Yeah, he's well liked due to the fact that we've been an eager reveler, and we have spent money on the most lavish feasts one could find. Our court is, has a lot of court grandeur, and so yeah, everyone seems to like Prince Demetrius Desperate. He's gluttonous. He likes to eat. He likes to party. He's a bit arbitrary. He's chaste, although it seems like his first wife just wasn't quite into her. He was young and shy, but as he grew up, he actually developed into a seducer by the time he assumed reign. And we found him a nice, lustful young lady, Despotissa Theodora, with whom since then they've had 6 children. I believe she's had 6 children with him. Whereas at the start we only had one daughter, who we had to make the Duchess of Apulia, as we thought she would be our heiress. She's been great. She's been loyal. She hasn't been very well at managing the military, so we had to protect her a few times. But ultimately, she's gregarious and just. She's just a bit lazy and profligate. But Theodora did give us a son. So out of our 7 children, we have 6 daughters. And even with Theodora, we had 2 daughters at first, but we did get an heir finally. And thank God, our dynasty is saved. All our hopes lie with Prince Artemius, who's growing up to be a very, decent young man, actually. He's curious. He's getting a diplomacy education from the Duchess Sophia of Sicily. She's been a great duchess. She's managed Sicily very well for us. She's ambitious, but she has been loyal. She's diligent and generous. She's raising our Prince Artemius and teaching him all the arts of diplomacy, as our realm is likely to grow bigger. We have more vassals to maintain relationships with. Yeah, and let's see what the future brings. She is our Despotissa Theodora is our lover. She's 32. There is some potential to get more children, although we'll probably be fine with just sticking to one son and heir. Our own in our realm, so we have the Duchy of Apulia as our vassal, Duchy of Sicily, Duchy of Sardinia. We have the Archonate of Corsica, which we'll talk about in a second. We're scheming to wrestle it, as our Despot Demetrius is actually a flamboyant trickster. But he's gone better over time. He's 50 years old now. He's now wise and experienced, and he's devised a scheme to wrestle the Archonate of Corsica from under Arconesa Beatrice, who's actually quite shrewdly pledged allegiance. She used to be independent, but as soon as we invaded Sardinia, she pledged allegiance to the Kingdom of Italy voluntarily, I guess, but she will not get away from us. These are ancient Greek lands, or at least we consider them so. Who knows, the victors write the history, but we consider it to be Greek, and therefore we're running a scheme. Despot Demetrius has devised a scheme. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But otherwise, Yeah, he's I guess loyal seducer, eager reveler. He's continues to work on his lifestyle of skullduggery. Yeah, so that's our realm. So we have these duchesses. We do have County of Foggia and County of Lanciano as our direct vassals on county level. This is because they used to be disloyal. And County of Foggia, for example, what are they? Yeah, they belong to the Duchy of Benevento, which we own, and we're not going to give that duchy up. We currently have 6 out of 6 realms. It's one of the best counties we have, and we're making good income here. We have a very strong military with 2 legions of 700 armored footmen and 1,000 bowmen, 8 regiments of onagers, and even 1 regiment of pikemen in case we encounter any horsemen, which we do not have many. We don't have any of our own. The County of Lanciano, oof. Countess Eustasia was the leader of a revolt that happened upon our father's ascension, and as we just mentioned, he had many siblings, and so there was, the land, it was centralized by his father, but upon his death and Despot Porphyrius rising to power, he only had, I think, 1 county, or maybe a couple, under his control. There was quite a significant fracture among very powerful duchies among our nation. And Countess Eustasia was the leader who organized the revolt, which was put down, and a member of our house was just put under house arrest, but she was blinded by our father to put her in her place. She's ambitious and diligent. She was dangerous. And so there she is. And unfortunately, she will, well, not unfortunately, I guess, but she will die, it seems like, childless. Grandson. Okay, so her daughter, Gizo Cleffing of House Cleffing, she is married to Theodolus Antigonus, and they do... Okay, and he will be grandson. Okay, hang on a second. So she's daughter of Countess Eustasia. How is he the grandson of Countess Eustasia? Well, that is weird. Hang on a second. So he's her heir. Grandson. Okay, he's her grandson, yeah, because this is her daughter. Obviously, she's had a baby. This is her spouse. Theodolus. Hang on. So spouse. So if they made a baby, that would be Countess Eustasia grandson. How is he her grandson? That is just weird. How is that? Daughter of Countess Eustasia. Okay, she's had... Okay, well, I guess she's pretty old. She's had another daughter, but that is weird. She's the daughter, and this is her grandson, and they married. Jesus Christ. The things people will do to stay in power. Yeah, so I said she's had 2 daughters, and from the first daughter, daughter Lutperga Cleffing, died of great pox just a year ago. Okay, she was married to Akakios Antigonus, and they had son Theodolus, and Theodolus is now married, wow, to his mother's sister. Okay, it was quite 20 years between them. Okay. So I guess she's had 1 kid when she was 20 and 1 when she was 40. But that is some weird stuff going on, but who knows? This house is Cernia. Strange things are happening in County of Lanciano. Let's just put it that way. But otherwise, yeah, that is the state of our realm. We're very secure. Everyone likes us. Strong military. We're growing on all fronts. And our current and latest scheme is one to wrestle the Duchy of Corsica from under Arconesa Beatrice. And what happened when we invaded Sardinia? We did end up having a vassal who is currently a child, Count Hubert IV of Gallura. He did, I guess, have some claims or some relations of one sort of another with the Duchy of Corsica, such that if we look at Arconet of Corsica, Duchy title, it will be inherited. In fact, he is 3rd in line to inherit the Duchy of Corsica, and he's our current vassal. To that end, we have devised a scheme whereby we have already found out some secrets about Arconesa Beatrice and used that hook we have here, because she hasn't been, a very pious and honest lady in her life. So we've used that hook to request Ramundu, her one and only boy and heir, as a hostage. He did come to our court, and unfortunately, nobody knows exactly what happened, but he was, running about. He ran into the woods, unfortunately. Okay. And he died. I think he was eaten by wolves. It happens. It happens. Now, we have then also asked, unfortunately, her little kid, the youngest kid, bled to death. She was born sickly. She has one child, Rosanna Dula Turpin, who is currently our hostage. Again, to secure peace. And her bastard daughter is her spy master. But we have initiated a scheme to murder Arcanesa Beatrice, as Rosanna is our hostage. I'm not sure if she will be released. I think she must be released as our hostage if she does inherit the Arcanet of Corsica, but I think it will be fairly straightforward to murder her as well. We don't want to murder her while she's our hostage, because we already incurred a bit of a penalty, even though our scheme wasn't discovered, but just, hostages dying is always a little suspicious, even in 1001 AD. But we have bribed two agents at Arcanes Beatrice's court, including, who is he? He's her counselor, he's her marshal, and chancellor. Her marshal and chancellor are on board just for a little bit of gold to murder her. We're also seducing her daughter, just in case, who is her spy master. I don't think she will stand in the way, but we're seducing her anyway, given we can. We can actually be, maybe you won't say that as you look at us, but we can actually be pretty persuasive, pretty successful with the ladies. Probably all that money and grandeur that we've accumulated. But here we are, guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unpause, because it's been 5 days since I recorded the last episode, and so it took me a little bit. I needed a bit of time to remind myself of what's going on. But that's 20 minutes now, so let's go ahead and unpause. Go to speed 3. And we can start rolling, picking up where we left off in the previous episode. So we go. In my pursuit of Maria's affection, it would be very helpful to know exactly what her tastes and preferences are. I'm sure I could convince her to tell me. 42% diplomacy challenge. My spies will uncover this in no time. Yeah, well, we're a schemer, so I think this is immersive. Or you know what? I'm just going to ask. Bad impressions. Okay, let's go ahead. My spies will uncover this in no time. And let's see. Murder en route. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of Arcanesa Beatrice's castle, should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local mountains, with all its hidden paths and caves, would be an invaluable source. Okay, explore the mountains myself. Because we're a hunter, we can get mapped surroundings, secrecy plus 10%, and scheme success chance plus 10%. Sure, pay a hunter from Ayaccio to draw a map. That will cost us 75, but we are a hunter, so let's go ahead and explore the mountains ourselves. I guess maybe we'll probably send some servants, I assume, because it's a little far. This is very interesting. Maria is a woman of fine taste. This will help me win her affection. Excellent. Our spies have succeeded. Chased by shadows, footsteps echoing down dark hallways, misplaced papers in my study, a shadow seen from the corner of my eye. You think someone is following you? My niece Antipatra seems to mull it over before nodding to herself. I have noticed some suspicious things in the Castron recently. I need to get to the bottom of this. You might gain an intrigue lifestyle perk. I'll make sure that I'll never have to worry about safety again, and we gain more vigilant. Hostile scheme success chance. Ooh. I need to get to the bottom of this, right? We do need to get to the bottom of this. We want to know what's going on in our court. And in terms of our council, everyone is on board. We have strong, very strong councillors, I would say. Our sister, or our cousin is our spy master. Chased by shadows, hidden in one of the more desolate hallways, one that leads to most private chambers as well as the Castron Gardens, I wait and I watch. Was it foolish to come here? Maybe if I... Footsteps. Moving quietly down the hallway, a figure emerging from the shadows. What is this Petita Theodora doing here? I will confront her immediately. I must be sure I will continue to follow her. I will not expose myself. It cannot be her. She is our lover, but who knows? I must be sure I will continue to follow her. Okay, Go on here, negotiate alliance. Oh, hang on. I follow Despotissa Theodora unnoticed, and as we near my private chambers in the Castron Gardens, my heartbeat rises. What is she doing here? Distracted, I jostle a vase decorating the hallway, and it crashes to the floor. The clamor that follows almost cover her hurried steps as they fade down the corridor, and she's soon lost to the night. Damnation, I'll need to keep an eye out. Intrigue +1, 25 intrigue lifestyle. Okay, we'll keep an eye out on Despotissa Theodora, although she's been loyal. We have 5 children together. If not, so I'm not sure. I'm not too suspicious. My dear uncle, I eagerly propose to formalize the ties that already bind us together by signing an alliance between our realms. Who is this? Ooh, okay, we cancel that. Oh, sorry. It's unpaused, but I think it was the Duchy of Thracia. It was the Dux Pamphilis, wasn't it? Yeah, your nephew. But we, in fact, I have discovered, because we are making a bid for, you know, the leadership of the Greek world, we can, in fact, Countess Tiberius. We have a man in our court who is Duchess Sophia's, who is the Duchess of Sicily, her spy master, and Count of Messina, has actually a claim on the whole duchy of Dyrrachium. So we could make a foothold in Greece here, because we will need to get all the Greeks under our protection as the Byzantine Empire falls. So that's something to think about. I have made my way to the court in Luni in time for the dance at the castle. I secured an invitation, for I have to see Maria. She looks resplendent, and when we finally have a moment to ourselves, I offer my suggestion. Join me in the circle for the next dance, my lady. We get smoldering chemistry. I'll walk in the garden away from all of this. Could I provide you with some food? Yeah, let's be discreet. Let's be discreet. I'll walk in the garden away from all of this. Commander promoted. My Marshal Dux Grigoriou has been showing off a promising new recruit. Okay, Sebastian Sikundenos. House of Sikundenos, Orthodox Greek. Oh, Ekpraus 12, military engineer. Okay, very well, Sebastian shall serve me. Okay. Bring him on board the dance. I thought it a pleasant walk, but perhaps it was too cold. Or perhaps I spoke too much, for she soon made her excuses and returned to the dance, not even waiting to see if I was coming along. By the time I made it back, she was busy having fun with the other dancers. This went poorly. Okay, awkward. Fine. Let's actually review, let's actually pause for a second, just review our counselor jobs. Okay, what are we doing? We are converting culture in Foggia from a Lombard to Greek. Unfortunately, we have had the Sicilian culture slowly spread. We are, you know, taking everything back to Greek culture in our lands slowly, but steadily, excuse me. Otherwise, what are we doing? We're training commanders because, yeah, there isn't really anywhere to increase control. These counties aren't our control anyway, so not really our problem. We're working on our domestic affairs. And are we? Yeah, County of Vecchio in southern Corsica. We are spreading orthodoxy there. Murder, bewinged messenger. As my scheme moves closer to fruition, swift communication is key. I have an especially clever pigeon, which Amede could use to send an urgent message to me here in Napoli, if the need arises. Who's Amede? This is Chancellor. Okay, that's one of the agents in our scheme. But how would I get the bird into the castle of Ajaccio? A local bird trainer could deliver it as a gift. We spent 80. 70% we get messenger pigeon. Or if I send the gift myself, Akhenaten Beatrice couldn't refuse. Messenger pigeon. Or we gain involved. No, we don't want to risk it. Let's just go with this, 80. The scheme tomorrow gained messenger pigeon. The gift reaches Amedea di Orvieto. This man, a dwarf in lover's pox, has deluded lustful. Arcanesa Beatrice's chancellor, this with Theodora gained the trait pregnant again. Artemius educated Duchess Sophia has died. Okay, Duchess of Sicily. Let's have a look. Okay, sparing your child. Excellent. That's great news, Theodora. Kinda hope it's not a boy at this point, but who knows? It's always good to have a spare, right? As we know. Uh, one of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in Arconesa Beatrice's bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead, and she will be as good as dead for the moment. As good as dead the moment the spider strikes. I hope you're not afraid of spiders, Beatrice. Okay, let's go ahead. 95%. She's killed. Let's go ahead, make a play. Arconesa Beatrice is dead by the lethal bite of a deadly spider. The spider struck not long after she retired to her chambers, and although guards were called, no one could do a thing to save her. Thankfully, spiders do not talk, so their attack cannot be traced back to me. I remember when my hostage Ramundu died under mysterious circumstances. Revenge at last. Well, I don't know, we're not really taking rich. We're actually the ones who murdered him, so my little friend has done its work well. Okay, so let's pause for a second and just review this. So, Arconesa Rossana. Okay, she's no longer our hostage, is that right? I guess yes, immediately. She's gone from Ande. Maria de la Turpin is the spy master. Okay, well, let's try to seduce her. She would be useful in murdering her, right? Because now... Vassal... Wait, hang on. Hang on. How does this work? Hang on, this is... How did... Oh... All of our schemes are just for nothing. Oh, I've ruined it. Oh, we miscalculated massively. No. No, she's... Because she's house... Hang on. Oh, why did the succession for Arcanet of Corsica change? So, how did this work? So now it's this guy in line. Realms will be inherited according to Arconesa Rossana's male preference confederate partition. Oh no, we should have murdered her first. Oh dear. Because now, yeah, it all gets recalculated. Oh, what a shame. Duke Julian of Spoleto. Oh, okay, well, we are only a flamboyant trickster. Oh, hang on. What about you? Why don't you inherit it? Oh dear. Do not have a casus belli. Don't we have a claim at least? He was supposed to inherit this. Okay. She's still in the same house, though. I mean, I would understand if she was... Okay, hang on, guys. Just try and figure this out. Sure, shouldn't our... His realm succession will be inherited due to Arconesa Rossana's male preference confederate partition. Sure. But... Oh dear, what a mess we've made of things. Desperate Demetrius. Line of succession. Just for 4 random people. Or is some time passed and this guy's... County of Galura, wow. Easily at La Tour du Pin. He's 12. He was the next in line. Interesting. Yeah, under her, he was the next in line. But now instead it's what? It's her spouse? Christ, we're just gonna have to keep murdering people to get this county, aren't we? I mean... Hang on. Can we marry her off to someone? Oh, this is so... So frustrating. No, but if we marry her off, right, it still means... Still means if we marry her off... Arrange marriage. What about her? What about that... Our vassal... Hang on. What about this vassal that used to have a claim? This boy. Right? Arrange marriage. Count Hubert IV. Oh. Okay, this is so odd. Dynasty. Now she petitions it. Count Hubert was supposed to be the guy. What does this mean? Yeah, because after her, right, it's male. Petition. Hang on a second. Why did this happen? Count Arnaud the Bold. Who is he? He's her parent. So when she dies, it will be her parent, obviously. She... Oh, dearie me. We should have murdered her while she was our hostage. Oh, mistake. A mistake was made and it cost us a whole duchy. Without wars, without nothing, we would have just gotten it. We just had to murder the other hostage. What a shame. Oh, you flamboyant trickster. Demetrius, I'll blame it on that. Wait, she's... Of course, she's still here. I guess she's probably traveling back, but... okay, is there any other way? Line of succession. Okay, male preference. Okay, so this is like the older... But I still don't get it. It's her father that inherits this now. He's not even of the same house. Right? So it still makes sense. Like when we click on her, click on her house, I should be a member of her dynasty. Open dynasty tree. Is it because she's a kid? I mean, it should be. He is the oldest male. Wandering. Who is he? I mean, this guy could inherit it. That I understand. Okay, he appears in 2 places. That's just weird. That's clearly something gone wrong. Got wrong with Shenda and Giale too. Okay. This guy appears in 2 places. Awkward. Yeah, there's no one else. Everyone's dead. There's this guy wandering. Count Hubert. When she turns of age, okay, I'm going to unpause since there's nothing much we can do now. I'm going to go ahead and unpause. Actually, wait, we need to review who is in charge of Sicily now. With my hostage Rosanna's inheritance of Corsica, I now find myself caring for an Arconesa. Rosanna will soon depart to take her throne in Ajaccio. There is nothing to be done. Is no longer a hostage. Okay. Who is now the Duke of Sicily? Dux Eusebius. Dux Eusebius is Duchess Eulalia of Sicily. Okay. That means our... Oh, he's actually would make an excellent chancellor. Well, sir. Your daughter? No. Duke Eusebius of Sicily. As your mother has served us well, so will you. House Contomitus, right? You've ruled Sicily for years and... Yeah, we'll look forward to a long and fruitful partnership. Okay, let's go ahead and unpause and figure this out. Is it because she's a junior? Located in Spoleto. What? Who are? They're not even of the same house. Let's confirm why. It's because... Yeah, I guess if she dies now, it would be her father. So it would go kind of up the chain. It would be her father who inherits. But when she grows up, she will have a child. Then her child will inherit, right? So someone from La Tour du Pin. Primary heir. So her father. But we need to like shift down. It will go to... Okay, wait, Maria's reactions to my advances tell me everything I need to know. The time has come to put my plan into action. Maria will be mine. I think my chances are good, yet I must remember that Maria's half-sister Arconesa Rosanna are always watching. Come on. You are a sensible man, Demetrius, but I do not like you that way, says Maria and mutters under her breath. Only God knows what the future might hold for us. Yes, of course. Oof. Okay, rebuffed advances. Fine. Fine, it did not work. I mean, she is not long for this world. She's scarred, she's ill. She's not looking good anyway, to be honest. So she will die. And Arconesa Rosanna will get another... let's be 2 or 3. She will get another regent. When she grows up, right... When she grows up, should we just marry her off, at least to someone of House Spartenos? You, sir, can we like demand a vassal from you? Demand hostage, offer hostage, exchange hostages. Fabricate hook. Won't hurt. Let's go ahead and fabricate a hook on this king. Let's see if we can wrestle this from under him somehow. Fabricate hook. She's a child. Okay, we don't want to murder her just yet. Arrange betrothal. The serene despot Demetrius of Magna Graecia. I propose a betrothal between my sister Asmuna Amayad and your nephew Mikhail Spartenos. Okay, so who are you? Malik Dul al-Nun ibn Uliam of Al-Andalus. Okay, I think pretty sure we already have someone married into your dynasty. Definitely someone in here. He has regent, courtiers, vassals. Pretty sure we married someone in here. Princess. Okay, this is Princess. I'm pretty sure like his brother, no? Prince Sajar. Yeah, Prince Sajar, there we go. Is married to Bridget Spartenos, your niece. So he's 16, so that hasn't quite taken effect just yet. He has got 2,000 men to his name. Prestigious. But who is this? Princess Asmuna, so last in line. Queen Amina of Burgundy. Okay, well, they're a respectable house. And Nia Said, coursing through the veins of Dul al-Nun is the blood of the Prophet. Okay, the heir is Prince Sajar. Okay, that's excellent. So he will become the king. This is a kingdom realm. Yeah, so one of our daughters, Bridget, will become the queen of Andalus. Okay, they got 2,000 men. Now we can also intermarry here. They're all House Umayyad. No cruelty. Level of splendor is glorious. House Unity 174. Harmonious. House in perfect harmony. Okay, this is from I keep forgetting what that DLC is called. The Legacy of Persia, right? Which I haven't really even tried yet any of the mechanics. But here we are. Okay, his youngest daughter, Princess Asmuna bint Uliam. Curious Saida, yeah, she's growing up to be a nice lady. Michael Spartenos is a bastard. Of course, she's gluttonous, sadistic, and diligent. Well, to be honest, that's about really the best he can hope for. The marriage will not result in an alliance. Okay. So because we already have an alliance? I propose a betrothal. Sure. Accept. Intermarry. She will come to our court, I guess, right? Wait, hang on. Let's just see, who was that guy? So what? The other thing I didn't... He's our nephew. Okay. Our nephew, so he's... okay, our nephew and a bastard. Oh, his... Princess Ikaterine, our sister, she's fornicated with some, like, 3 different men. No one even knows who half of her children are from. Despite our father, you know, first chastising her and then making her a nun. She just can't stop. She's had children from like half the people in our court. But hey, we're all part of the same family, aren't we? So let's continue to do our flamboyant tricks around Arcaneza Rossana. Oh, although, if we pause, actually another thing we have to consider. So while we're scheming here, in fact, we do. Oh, we do not have... Oh, no. This... Oh, we missed our opportunity. We did have County of Messina. Right. Dux Eusebius is now the head of it. Oh, County of Messina used to belong, if we look at title history, where did this guy go? Tiberius the Impaler. Yeah, he's now wandering, so... Okay. So it seems like the Duke of... Sicily has taken over County of Messina, which used to belong to Tiberius the Impaler, but he has a claim on the Duchy of Dyrrhachion. So how do we invite him to court? Pay for their travel expenses. No, let's invite him to court. allied to Basilius Nicetas the Drunkard of the Byzantine Empire. Let's invite him to court. We can actually wrestle. Duchy of Dyrrachium arrived at our court. Gift artifact. My dear cousin, who is this? Duchess Gerbera Bermudez of Toulouse. I think she used to be the queen of Aquitaine. Please accept this humble gift. It was a treasured possession of mine, so I hope it honors and serves you well. Will become the owner of Harefoot. Oh, thank you. The foot of a hare hunted by Sadri in Tarbes. Okay. She's our cousin. Sure. Let us know if you need anything. Okay, arrived at court. We now have Tiberius. Now we could, in fact, count Tiberius's claim on the Duchy of Dyrrachium. Will you be a decent vassal? Deceitful, gluttonous, gregarious. He's got 4,000 men. We have 6,000 with our allies. Got no money though. Let's see. We need to continue our bid for leadership of the Orthodox world. To that end, he's got 2,000 men of himself. Where are his main allies? Allied to Grand Prince of Hungary. Okay, some distance away. He, to be honest, has quite a few problems of his own. I would suggest we do take Dyrrachium, right? To secure sort of a foothold in the Balkans and northern Greece, I would even call it. And actually connect ourselves to our Duchy of Rashka, one of our other vassals. So I would go ahead. Alright. 750 prestige. Duchy of Dyrrachium. Let's go ahead and declare war. We can... Let's go ahead and raise our armies. Can we raise them here? Can we... Can actually raise them here. Perfect. Enemy joins ally in war. Okay, the Hungarians. Hostile army. Wait, hang on. Let's just connect ourselves up in here. Okay, oh Theodori, you've been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little daughter. Okay, Sergia. Yeah, let's do it, Sergia. Sort of in memory of one of our grandparents. Sergius, I think grandfather. May you be strong and wise, my daughter. Sergia Spartenos. Okay, let's go ahead and unite our armies here. And then we start fighting. Okay, they're going to be defending in mountains. You are known for the dedication to your faith. Excellent. What we really want here... Army of Diodora. We're going to beat them defending in mountains, defending a river crossing. Okay, can we... Defending a river crossing again. Wait, where is the river here? So we need to maybe move here first. Yeah, okay, then they'll only be defending in mountains. We don't want to cross a river. But we will... Yeah, we can't ignore them, so we're going to have to defeat them. Task finished. Yeah, we've converted everyone to Orthodoxy here. Oh, what a shame. What a miscalculation for the County of Corsica. Well, let's see. Let's see how that develops, though. I feel like once she grows up... Surely this must change. Let's go ahead and at least arrange a marriage with someone of gender house, dynasty, Spartenos. Daughter, grandson, primary heir and son, your daughter. Sorry, we want one of our grandson who's 2. Niece. We got no one to. We got no males. Demetrius, grandson. Neza will not accept. Okay, she doesn't like us. Well, fine. Okay, let's see what we can do. Once she grows up, it must be. It can't be her father who's going to inherit this. It's got to be our shrine constructed in casino. Okay, that's it. Boom. Let's see. We're attacking in mountains, but we're Reaver and we're Winter Soldier. It is November. Excellent. Advantage in provinces affected by winter +6. Okay, we're inflicting massive casualties on them. Pikemen are countered. Bowmen, they don't have that many. Well, we have far more heavy infantry. Oh, we're going to absolutely massacre them. Let's go ahead and get to where we actually need to be and start sieging. Taking land. Victory at Battle of Priapolia against Duchess Anastasia the Jolly of Dalmatia. Okay, we lost 256 men. We killed 1,100. Excellent details. Yeah, our legionaries are... What is that? 10 to 1. Yeah, we massacred those bowmen. Clearly broken through the lines. Yeah, excellent. Dismiss. Okay. Shrine at casino built. Okay, excellent. We actually still maintain positive income balance. Let's go ahead and siege down County of Dyrrachion. Barony of Kruia will be the first. Oh, level 4 fort. How long does that take us? 5 months. Yeah, okay. Yeah, with our 8 regiments of onagers, we'll make quick work. Fabricate hook, a daring rescue. Would it not be wonderful if King Pamphilius owed me, not out of fear but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save him from the vicious bandits while he was out traveling, indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate, I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Pamphilius in the life debt to me. So simple, yet so convincing. In a weak hook, I should think more carefully. Okay, 150 is going to cost us. We got a weak hook on him. Okay, what can we make? Okay, available perks. Let's go ahead and pause for a second. Yes. Let's get find secrets. Kidnapper, yeah. Okay, let's do these and we get a kidnapper after that. We have gained an indebted hook on Pamphilius. What can we do? Can we, like, get a vassal from him? Exchange hostages. You have gained a hook. Fabricate hook. Scheme ends. Okay. Unlock livestock. Okay, we've already done that. These hostile armies are sailing around here. We're sieging. Arcanet. How can we murder? Fabricate hooks. God, can we? Okay, we didn't manage to seduce Maria. Can we fabricate a hook on her? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and do that. Just to have it. Arrange marriage offer. Arrange marriage between her and, like, no. So the marriage we couldn't arrange. Right, but let's say Demetrius and her. If we had a hook on the kid, but we can't have a hook on the kid. Yet she's responsible for her marriage, not her father. Or her regent. That's interesting. Okay. Every nook and cranny. A dark night can truly make the shadows in my castron's hallway come alive. The perceived risk for unsanctioned visitors rise even higher for every unguarded corner spotted. If I alone can see this many faults, imagine what more people with a similar perspective could do. I will hire a group of discreet agents. Well, my perspective alone is enough. Improve defenses. Yeah, my perspective alone is enough. We're not in terrible danger. Although, what this reminded me of is that our heir is not being educated by anyone. Let's find him a good guardian who can actually be... no, I think... Let's give him to the son, the Duke of Sicily. Right, we like him. He's a great diplomat, exactly what we're going to need. Offer ward of our player heir and son. Alright. Send proposal. This will make him happy, loyal, hopefully build a bond with one of our vassals, and make him a great diplomat, hopefully. Excellent. Artemius departs for Palermo. Let's just double check. Your son Artemius has safely arrived in Sicily. Okay, let's just check that our daughters are actually being educated as well. Okay, Guardian is... Okay, this girl has a gun. Okay, our youngest daughter Petronia. What is she? Rowdy, martial, and intrigue. Okay. Intrigue. Be her choice. So let's go ahead and educate her. We could do it ourselves. Sorry, excuse me. Oh. Or could someone else do it for us? Your courtier. We're not gonna give her to Tiberius the Impaler. He's already gonna be loyal to us. Gregarious, elusive shadow, seducer, denounced. Your cousin and spy master Eusebia. Yeah, she's an intricate web weaver. She's calm and fickle. She's part of our house. She's our spy master. Let's go ahead. I think that's more roleplay rather than giving it to some random count who we're just using to further our goals. So Princess Leontia is growing up. And then on top of that we also have Princess Sergia. Okay. Arranged marriage. Hang on, let's pause for a second. What have we done? You now control Arbanon. Okay. Finish the siege here. Let's go ahead and siege Barony of Dyrrachium, the capital. How much loot does that have? 31. Excellent. Siege 1. Educating the child. Excellent. To the serene despot Demetrius of Magna Graecia. With your permission, I would like to marry your niece, the thoughtful Theognosia Spartenos. Ooh. King Zdenek of Poland. Oh, you got 500 men, mate. I mean, he is 26. He's astute, intellectual, gregarious, just, gregarious, and generous. A twin, a fornicator, and a drunkard. Mate. Okay, she is 39 though. Yeah, he just clearly wants an alliance. Decline. Please. Okay. 5 months. Excellent. Right. Let's get through this quick. Oh, what a shame. What a shame about this. Oh, that was such a clever scheme. Still don't quite understand. Constantia learned Dacian vulgar language through observation. Okay. Excellent. Can we start marrying off? Princess Markia. Okay, she's married off. She's our Duchess. Princess Emilia. We need to start marrying off our daughters. Baron. Dear. Generous, zealous, rowdy. She's martial. Okay. I think we're coming up on the hour, guys, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pause the game and we make a cut here. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm happy to and excited to get back into it, so I'll make probably 4, maybe 8 episodes of this just to continue and give you guys something to watch. But yeah, sorry for the long recap at the start of this episode, but hopefully it will be useful for those who may be just jumping into episode 23, or if you haven't watched again episode 22 since 5 days ago when I posted it. But going forward, things will move a little bit quicker. And generally, I think the pace of the game is picking up as we have more options to do so. Yeah, hope you're enjoying it, and I hope to see you in the next one. But bye for now.